I mean, obviously being down and a lot of things not going our way for the majority of the game, to be able to bounce back and play well enough to win. We made it a little bit ugly, forced a lot of turnovers, and we're able to play that up-tempo game that I think our guys really enjoy playing. And, looking back, Ari Williams was a huge spark, and, a lot of guys hit shots, late in the game. So, just the fight in our guys was unbelievable for the Eckerd game.
Hey, Ryan, is there any concern that you guys aren't starting games the way that you want to and, maybe developing a trend?
A little bit. We just have to get on our guys, and we have been trying to get off to good starts, and maybe earlier in the game pick up the intensity, the tempo, and start doing that trapping and in pressing and stuff. And again, our guys like that style, so maybe we'll see a little bit of that tonight. Early on in the game, just to see what happens.
And another tough matchup with a Tampa team they got guards, they got bigs that can do it all.
Yeah, I think they have a really good big three, and then a decent supporting cast. Beyond that, I think Jordan Davis is one of the best guards in the league. They got him playing at the 2 a little bit this year, but still, he's averaging, there's been a lot of games where he's close to triple doubles. He's a great player, can score, can pass, can rebound. Eugene McCrory down low is an absolute monster. So we're going to have our hands full. Luckily, we have 3-4 guys we can throw at him down in the post, and then, a young guy, Austin Reddick, for them has been playing really, really well. Only a sophomore, but averaging 15 a game and being very, very aggressive. So those are the 3 key guys, and they do have some other guys who are capable as well. So, it's going to be a tough matchup. I know last year's games, 2 close games. We beat them by 2 here. They beat us by 1 up there. So we anticipate it to be a close game, and, we're going to have to make plays, all night long, and hopefully we come out with a win.
Ryan, thanks. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, there's assistant coach Ryan Saunders with tonight's scouting report. And let's go over those starters for the University of Tampa Spartans. At the guard, it's going to be number 3, Matt Johnson, a sophomore from Columbus, New Jersey. Number 5, Jordan Davis, a 5'10 senior from Tampa. And then at the third guard spot is going to be number 23, Austin Reddick. He's a 6'5 sophomore from Dallas. Reddick will also play forward as well, guard/forward. Your true forwards are both at 6'8". You're going to have number 30, Eugene McCrory, the senior from Riverdale, Maryland, and number 32, Othniel Shelton. So there you go, your starters for the University of Tampa as the Bucks are getting introduced. Let's take a look at the starters for Barry. Number 10, Derek Hill at the point. The 5'9 senior from Miami. Number 14, Anders Haas, a 6'2 junior from Copenhagen, Denmark. At the third guard spot, number 3, Juan Ferralis, a 6'2 senior from Pembroke Pines, Florida. At the forward, it's going to be number 24, Savon Garner, 6'2 senior from Simpsonville, South Carolina. And number 23, Junio Barrueta, a 6'6 junior from Miami. Barrueta, Jim, all-conference and maybe all-American at the end of this season. The way that he's been playing, he has been awfully impressive so far.
He's just been an absolute juggernaut in January, Junio. 3 Sunshine State Conference Player of the Week honors. He was the Bennett-ranked Stud of the Week as well. He scored in double figures in every game but one this year, and he's averaging just under 21 points and 10 rebounds with 3 double-doubles in the month of January. And, of course, Derek Hill has been having himself a heck of a January as well. We'll get to more of that later.
So Redding is going to jump it up with Barrueta. You see right in front of us, there's McCrory, number 30. He's a big boy. Shelton is a big boy, number 32 on the far left of your screen. And we are underway from inside the Barry Helpton Sports Center. Tampa in the red road jerseys, the Bucks in the home whites. As the Bucks will be moving from right to left across your screen, and here we go. Reddick top of the key. He swings over to Davis. Davis waiting. Haas is on him. Bucks in a man-to-man to start this one as Reddick gets it back top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. Shelton drives off the glass, no good. Got his own rebound. The follow is no good. Barrueta comes down with the rebound. Here comes Hill. Left it for Ferralis. Wow, nice pump fake off to Garner. Nice dish. Garner goes up and scores.
Savad Garner has been asserting himself early in games these last 3 or 4 games, and that's a good sign when Savad gets off to a good start.
Well, the Bucks lead it 2-0. Get the first basket of the game. Here's Davis. Davis swings over left side of Reddick. He's going to try a triple. That's good. And Austin Reddick is on the board. 3-2, Tampa out in front.
Good look there by Reddick, who shooting 35% from beyond the arc, and he knocks another one down.
Barletta now working in the corner, goes up off the glass, no good. Garner the offensive rebound. Back to Barletta. Unio goes up again, this time and scores. So Unio on the second chance opportunity from Garner. And Savant Garner's have to work awfully hard like he does every night, but especially against these two 6'8s for Tampa. As Davis with the ball now, right wing, brings it back out top of the key to Johnson. Here's Reddick again. Ferralis has to be aware of the three as it goes back to Davis in the corner. He's going to launch a triple. That's no good. Rebound and the putback, though, from McCrory. So McCrory's on the board.
And Savad had nearly undercut him, trying to get position. McCrory still finds a way to pull that one down and stick it back up.
Ferralis will try. That's way off. And Garner saved it in right to Davis. On was way off the mark on that one, and the penetration and the finish for Shelton as he's able to get right to the rim. 7-4 Tampa.
Quick start for the Spartans. Absolutely no intimidation here against the number 3 ranked team in the country.
Garner tries to pull up. That's long, and the rebound taken down by Shelton. Davis looking to push. Davis down to McCrory, goes up and scores. Well, McCrory got good position down low, and the Bucks starting a little bit slow. 9-4, they trail by 5, just 3 minutes in. Here comes Hill. Now Garner, top of the key. Garner's been solid from the mid-range of late as Barletta knocks down a triple. But Garner's been very good, Jim, from the mid-range. Hit a few big ones against Eckert over the weekend.
We'll see how his offensive rebounding skills come into play against one of the best big men in this league.
Johnson goes into the corner. Davis, he's open for a three, and he hits. So there's your answer. As the Bucks left Davis open. Jim, we saw this against Eckert. They left a lot of players open for triples. The Bucks need to get out and rotate. As Haas now with it. Haas can knock it down from anywhere. Now Barletta over to Hill. Haas, he's left open for three. That's long. And the rebound taken down by McCrory.
Onder shooting struggles continue a little.
Reddick from the corner. That's a two if it goes. In and out, no good. Barletta, another rebound. Here comes Derek Hill. Hill. Ferralis will try a three now. And one, Ferralis rattles it home. That looked a lot better than the first attempt from Ferralis. That one falls. Davis off to McCrory, who scores. So Tampa not wasting any time. They go right back and put it up and in. 14-10. Spartans out in front. Bucks giving up points by the handful here to start as Barletta's three is no good. Garner, an offensive rebound and a putback.
There's that offensive rebound work. Savad Garner surrounded by a 6'8 giant down low, and somehow he finds the way to corral it and stick it back in. Good work by Savad Garner.
Davis over to Reddick. Reddick has showed the range early. Finds Johnson. Johnson looking to get it down low. Goes it over to Shelton instead. Now Davis takes a pull-up over Haas and knocks it down right in his face. Oh, boy.
Boy, even he was impressed with his shot there on the way back, and he was pumped, too.
Tough shot for Davis at 17-12. We've played just over 5 minutes. Garner over to Haas. Anders tries a three. That's good.
Now that's the Anders Haas that we have come to know here in late December and early January. Struggled a little bit against Eckert, but shooting touch. Regains his form on that one.
Oh, looks like we might have gotten ourselves into an old-fashioned shootout here, Jim. 17-15. We played 5.5 minutes as Hill comes up with the steal. Gets it up to Haas. Anders is all alone and finishes. We are tied at 17. We're not even 6 minutes in.
Derek Hill has just been an absolute tear in taking the ball away. The last 3 games he's had 4 steals, and he picks up another one early in this one. He is really on pace to do some incredible things, and we'll tell you about that later.
Johnson Over to Shelton. Goes up on Barletta and scores.
Boy, Shelton is catching the ball and going right at the glass early in this one, and the Buccaneers are going to have to make some adjustments to stop that penetration.
Haas drives now off to Unio, who goes up, reverses, no good. And McCrory comes down with the rebound. Here comes Johnson back the other way. Johnson, the crossover move, drives in on Hill, kicks out Davis. He's had the hot hand. He knocks in another. Davis, another triple. 22-17 is the lead for Tampa. Boy, the Bucs are really struggling on the defensive end right now. 13:20 left in our first half as Ferralis with it now. Over to Garner. Garner hands off to Hill, back to Juan. He tries a triple. That's good. Juan Ferralis. Boy, oh boy. 22-20. Jim, we're going to be in the 200s by the end of this game.
Yeah, you know, these teams, you know, last Saturday you talked about a shootout, and I didn't think it took a double overtime to get that. But it seems like that's the way that opponents are playing them. They want to see if they can outgun the Bucs.
Well, we're on pace to get up to about 120, 130 or so here, man. This has been a wild, frantic pace as Johnson drives. Pulls up from the free throw line. That's way off, and Garner pulls down the rebound. Here comes Hill. Hill weaving through traffic and lost. It was poked away by Johnson, and Shelton came up with it. Now Johnson back the other way. Johnson through the lane, lost it. Oh, it ends up with McCrory. It landed right at his feet, and he's able to finish.
Derek Hill almost got another one there. He reached in and poked that ball away, but McCrory there to clean it up. Derek's a sneaky player and a sneaky defender. You got to be cautious with him from behind.
Garner takes the deep two, and Savad Garner hits.
Savad Garner's outside shot has just grown in confidence as late December and January has rolled on, and he's really improved his stroke the later we've gotten into this year.
Davis, who has had the scorching hot hand to start, drives in, got away with a step there, got it off to McCrory, and oh man, was he walloped.
A hard foul from, I believe it was going to be on Savad Garner from behind.
Boy, talk about making him earn it. We heard that one all the way over here, Jim.
And Justin Furr, assistant coach, is saying he slapped him on the bottom of the elbow. That foul is going to go against Savad, but tried to backtrack and recover. And it was a hard foul indeed.
All right, we have timeout on the floor. 24-22 is the Tampa lead. 11:41 left in the first half. You're watching Berry Buccaneers basketball. Welcome back inside the Berry Health and Sports Center. Dana Biddich, Jim McCurdy here with you. And talk about a shootout. We played just over 8 minutes in this ball game. It is 24-22 Tampa, and they are on the line. This is McCrory, who's been impressive. You heard about him from the scouting report as he hits the first. Boy, the shots are falling from all over the place. Tampa is 10 of 15, 4 of 5 from 3. Bucs are 9 of 15, 4 of 7 from 3 as the free throws are banged home, and it's 26-22. Here's Derek Hill. Over to Gonzalez. Now Ferralis, another 3 on the way. This time it's no good. That rebound was pulled down by Kyle Middleton, who checked in during the break. Davis trying to stay hot. He misses this time. The rebound is still on the floor. Ferralis able to pull it in. Juan looking to push over to Adrian Gonzalez. His floater is no good. Connie Robinson also in there for the Bucks. Checked in during the timeout. Quick outlet pass to Shelton. Oh, he traveled. Yep. And the whistle comes in.
Good job there by Adrian, as after he missed the floater in transition, hustled back and put his hands up to alter Shelton's shuffle steps as he got near the glass and forced the turnover.
All right, we have timeout on the floor. 11:04 left in our first half. It's 26-22 Tampa. You're watching Barry Buccaneers basketball. Welcome back inside the Barry Health and Sports Center. Danny Benich, Jim McCurdy here with you. It's 26-22. Tampa out in front of the Bucks as Ari Williams in there for the first time. Borowetz is going to try a triple this time, no good. Here comes Davis. Only substitution so far for Tampa has been Kyle Middleton checking in. And this is Middleton with the ball now. Driving on Williams, gets cut off. Davis gets it back left wing. 10 on the shot clock. Comes around the screen from Shelton. Redding tries a triple and hits, and Redding's hit another. Boy, Tampa just remains red hot down here in Miami. 29-22 is their lead.
Well, that's the thing, is when teams come in here and you're playing against the top team in the Sunshine State Conference, they have nothing to lose. They're just going at this Buccaneer team all year long.
Ari Williams no good on the three. Ari has been great, coming up with timely threes for the Bucks as Redding is open again. No good this time. The rebound goes to Shelton. It's blocked by Robinson. McCrory now, and Robinson bothered that shot. Nice job by Giovanni Robinson down low. Here come the Bucks. Ferralis. And an offensive foul. It's going to be on Ari Williams. Passed it between his legs and then I guess hit the defender, and they're going to call an illegal screen on Williams.
Well, that's big. You take away a three. Juan comes down in transition and just rattles that one home. And Ari picks up the foul. A tough swing.
Davis crosses over on Ferralis. Now rips it down low to Sheldon. He goes up and scores. And again, the Bucks find themselves in a hole. This time it's 9, 31-22, 9:20 left to go here in the first half. Ferralis. Oh boy, was looking for Barletta and just chucked that one away. Unfortunately, Jim, for the Bucks, this has been kind of their MO this season, and it seems almost like they need these deficits to get themselves engaged and locked in, and they find themselves in a hole once again here as Haas checks back in.
Well, the thing that I've noticed is they come out of the gates and they know they're a good team, and they know that they're one of the better teams in the country and in the conference, and they play really relaxed. It's not until late that they start feeling the sense of urgency to turn things up, and sometimes these 17-point deficits are going to be too insurmountable to overcome. So they really got to start collecting themselves early and playing with purpose.
That was Sheldon who went in there and scored. It is an 11-point game, 33-22, with 9:01 left in the first half, and Coach Estes has seen enough. as he takes a timeout. And
They have not found a way to stop Shelton's penetration, whether it be in slashes towards the basket or just in transition, but he's hurting them. He is the one player right now that maybe they weren't expecting his big start from, and they've got to find an answer.
well, Tampa is well on pace to go over 100 points. Bucks are going to have to D up here. And here is Ari Williams with the basketball now. Bucks trailed by as many as 17 against Eckerd on Saturday with under 7 to play. They came back from that one as Barletta gets the basket. The deficit not quite as big here this evening, but Tampa has come ready to go. Johnson up over the timeline, over to Davis. Davis has been on fire to start this game already with 9 points on 3 triples. Nice pass down to McCrory and another block from Robinson, and Robinson's going to get called for the foul. Well, McCrory.
A good job on the first shot of swatting it away, and then when McCrory got it back, Giovanni was maybe just a little bit too over-aggressive. Should have just probably put his hands up there, and you could tell he was going to end up sending McCrory to the free throw line on the second shot.
But McCrory is a big, big body down there. He's off on the first. Rod Garner's going to come in and, well, why not counter big body with big body as Trey Leonard is going to check in. This might be the Bucks' best answer here to McCrory, as Trey Leonard is a big boy himself. They seem like they have almost the same physical stats there, Jim, as both are 6'8", and we're going to get another substitution here. Jason Brown is going to check in. Brown is a senior. He's also 6'8", and McCrory will go out, but Brown is a little taller and skinnier 6'8", but still a big body.
If you see the chess match, though, Danny, as Tampa's coaching staff elects to bring McCrory out when they bring Big Trey in.
Williams now driving through the lane. Ari Williams goes up, hit at the layup though, and the rebound's taken in by Johnson. Tough break there for Williams. Over to Davis now. Davis drives baseline. Over to Shelton. Bucks are scrambling on defense right now. Shelton has it alone underneath. I think he might have traveled. Oh, the Bucks got a break there as Shelton got called for the travel. Barry trails by 10. We've seen this one before. The Bucks have always been able to come back. 34-24. Tampa out in front. 7:50 left here in the first half. You're watching Barry Buccaneers basketball.
Go ahead.
Welcome back inside the Barry Health and Sports Center. Danny Binovich, Jim McCurdy here with you. 34-24 is the Tampa lead. With 7:45 left here in the first half. This is Savad Garner with the ball now for the Bucks. Down to Leonard, Trey Leonard. And he was fouled before the shot. So Big Trey going to work and draws the foul. That is a first team foul on Tampa.
Jason Brown just checking in to spell McCrory, and he picks up that quick foul on the Bucks big man.
Garner a step back, or excuse me, Haas I should say step back triple, and that's off. Up to Middleton. He's all alone, but he traveled. Did not put the ball on the floor, and the Bucks dodge another one. As they are just not getting back on D right now. Middleton was way out ahead of the play off the long miss. Here comes Ari Williams over the timeline. Over to Haas. Haas gets it down to Garner in the corner. Garner back to Anders. Now Barletta. Junio swings it down to Leonard. Double team comes, kicks back out to Ari Williams. 15 on the shot clock. Leonard going to work down low. Trey goes up. That was blocked. Barletta got it back off the window and in. Junio wanted the foul. Not going to get it.
Really good work by Junio Barletta, cleaning up that one on the offensive glass, and a tough getting the bump, the hoop, and the harm finish from Junio.
Johnson now. Johnson still dribbling around, has Haas on him. Now to Davis, and he might have thrown it away. Davis tries to save it, but it goes right over to Haas. Now Haas has it poked away, and they're going to call a foul on Shelton.
Is it going to be on Shelton or on Haas?
Oh, boy.
It's going to be on
This is going to be on Anders. Haas. Oh, man, that is a tough call. And Coach Estes is not pleased. That is a bad turnover there. As we're going to get some more substitutions here. Derek Hill will head in for Ari Williams. Hill has been quiet. You're also going to get Reddick back in, along with number 33, Tyler Zakor. So Zakor will make his first appearance. He's a senior from Seminole, Florida. And we get another whistle here.
You know, you want to talk about this Tampa team and how they're just coming at the Bucks. If you look at their roster, they got 6 seniors on their team. So you talk about Barry being an experienced team. Tampa has a lot of experience as well, and guys that have played at high levels. So this is going to be a battle tonight, and this Tampa team is not a type of team that I'd want to see in the Sunshine State Conference Tournament.
3 on the way for Zakor is no good. Shelton the rebound. Ball is still loose. Leonard though able to pick it up. So the Bucks get it back. Here comes Haas. Anders fell down, just tripped over something in a wide, oh boy, and a hard fall as Reddick went up and dunked it. Oh, glad to see he is okay. That was a wicked looking fall. Oh my. Reddick is okay as he was going straight away and dunked it with 2 hands. Hill pulls up for 3. That's good. It's 36-29. Keep an eye on Reddick. Make sure, I mean, he seems to be moving just fine.
Reddick got so far ahead of the play on that one. He just raced by the Buccaneers defensively and just had a burst of energy that he got up so high. His fall was a little scary.
Zakor is no good on that attempt. Barletta fighting for the rebound. Ball's out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Bucks.
Good scramble there by Junio, fighting for rebounds and knocking it off the Spartans.
We have timeout on the floor. 36-29 is the Tampa lead. We got a good one. Oh, maybe we don't have timeout on the floor, Jim.
Officials are waving.
Okay, so we're gonna roll on here. As both of the teams went to the sideline, we continue on. Well, there has not been a lot of whistles in this first half. 4 fouls on the Bucks, just 1 on Tampa as Barletta tees up a 3 and Junio hits. 36-32. Bucks battling back, trailing by only 4 now. Here comes Johnson. 5 minutes to play here in our first half. Reddick. And Reddick nearly threw that away. Shelton goes all the way back to get it. Now here's Davis. Davis hit those early triples, hit 3 of them, has not hit since. As Reddick drives through, gets all the way in. Barlett's going to call for a goaltend. Nice move there by Reddick. We're glad to see he's all right, Jim. He took a very, very bad-looking fall, and just the thud from that when he came down from the rim. So we are both glad to see he's okay.
Reddick, an athletic sophomore from Dallas, Texas. Really impressed with his game.
Corrales now drives over to Barletta. Junio already with 12 points. Here's Gonzalez, his defender flops, and Gonzalez just puts it up and in. Shelton's a big boy, and Gonzalez didn't hit him very hard. He just went down like a sack of bricks there, Jim, as Hill is going to get called for a foul up the floor. I mean, Shelton dropped like he just got shot from a cannon, Jim.
Yeah, he was domino dumped there, but he sold it enough to make the crowd get into it. The officials didn't buy it.
4-point game, 38-34, just over 4 minutes left here in the first half. Johnson comes around the screen from McCrory. Try to get it back to him. Nice deny from Leonard. The three, though, Reddick able to hit. Reddick is on fire.
Well, inside, outside. This Tampa Spartans team is dangerous. We had just gotten it to 4, and they come down and dagger you with a big 3.
Reddick's up to 15 points. Ferralis drives. Oh, he is swatted. Davis up the floor. Davis all the way through the lane. Over to Johnson. 3 from the corner is an air ball. Outlet pass to Hill. Bucks have numbers. Hill left it for Barletta, who goes up, lays it up and in, and a blocking foul called on Davis. Davis was a little late getting over on Barletta, and now Davis, well, he paid the price as Junio Barletta, not really one of the guys you want to step in front of in the open floor. Davis got popped, and he's up. Well, we got a physical one, an exciting one so far. 41-36 is the score. Barletta will be at the line when we come back. 3:28 left in the first half. You're watching Berry Buccaneers basketball. Hey, welcome back inside the Barry Helton Sports Center. Danny Minutes, Jim McCurdy here with you, and we are really glad you are here with us. Hope you're enjoying our Sunshine State Conference doubleheader. It's 41-36. The Bucks out in front of Tampa, Tampa out in front of the Bucks. Jim, they have led seemingly the entire way in this one. They got off to a very fast start, and their scoring has slowed down a little bit, I should say, from what it was. They were on pace to score about 120 in this game, and they have slowed down a little bit as Barletta knocks home the free throw. 41-37.
Still on pace to get in the mid to upper 90s.
At least that. As Johnson crosses over the middle. Jari Robinson poked this ball away. Ferralis up the floor with the layup. So the Bucks forcing turnovers. This is what they did to Eckerd when they were trailing by 17 in the second half. The Bucks pressed and they forced turnovers and they got quick baskets. As Johnson up the floor. Out to Redding into the corner. Davis passed on the 3, drives in and missed the layup. But Davis has hit already 3 triples and thought better of the chance there. Now Ferralis in transition. Juan from the corner, triple on the way is no good. Robinson tried to swipe that rebound out, but Davis did a really nice job to pull that in.
Juan didn't want the shot, and Derek didn't want it either, and he wanted to be unselfish. And the 2 roommates playing catch there. Juan just not able to get it.
Boy, Robinson with the quick hands again, poked it away. McCrory got it back. Now McCrory, he's going to go one-on-one with Robinson here. And we're going to get a whistle.
See, McCrory knows that he's finally met a matchup with some quick hands.
Foul's going to be on Robinson. I guess say he had his elbow in his back. I don't know, Jim. Zakura's going to check back in along with Trey Leonard. So Robinson has to go out now with 2 fouls. A little bit of a ticky-tack call between a couple of big boys.
Pretty good crowd behind us here in the Health and Sports Center. Still filing in a little bit. Get the big boy matchup now with Trey and McCrory.
McCrory has it, kicks back out. Davis deep, NBA range triple, in and out, no good. Here comes Hill. Hill down to Garner. Garner, nice spin move, baseline, and we're tied at 41.
Beautiful work by Savad Garner going baseline, showing off a little athleticism.
Tied at 41. The Bucks have trailed by as many as 11 here in the first half. Davis.
Look at McCrory just elbowing Trey, pushing him away.
Triple from Redding. That might have gotten tipped by Barletta. That came up with air. Here comes Derek Hill. Off to Ferralis. Bucks trying to take the lead now. Juan drives the lane. And an offensive foul called on Juan Ferralis. That's going to be a 7th-team foul on the Bucks. As Ferralis picks up his first. We have 1:29 to go. Here in the first half, we're tied at 41. The Bucks trail by as many as 11. They've come storming back once again after digging themselves another hole.
Where do the Spartans go with this?
Spartans have cooled off considerably as Hill poked it away.
Derek
and got whistled for a foul. This is going to be 1-1.
Almost had another one. Derek Hill has tipped away 4 balls today early. He's just an absolute sniper as a defender. Sometimes a little risky. Some of the quickest hands that you'll see. Derek Hill.
Matt Johnson shooting 1-1, and he hits the first. Tampa back out in front, 42-41, as Ari Williams will check back in for Derek Hill. And then you'll get Middleton checking in for Reddick. Johnson will get one more. 1:15 to go. And the second free throw is good, so he hits the pair. Here's Ari Williams. Williams yet to get on the scoreboard in this one. Over to Ferralis. Juan had some daylight. Instead gets it over to Leonard. Leonard's going to try a 3. That's way off. Now Davis comes up with it. Davis off to Shelton. And a huge dunk from Shelton flying through the lane. Maybe not the exact shot the Bucks wanted on the other end, but the lead is back up to 4, 45-41, as Tampa now has scored 4 straight. Williams pulls up from just outside the free throw line. No good. Ferralis comes flying in for a rebound and a putback.
Job on the offensive glass, cleaning that one up. The Bucks got to do a better job stopping penetration. Parting of the Red Sea, the last trip down the floor as they left the lane wide open for that easy flush.
Richard Schmidt has called timeout. Shot clocks are off. There's 26 seconds left. So another reminder, Ed Pasque, excuse me, our Sunshine State Conference Commissioner is going to join us
at the halftime break.
Yes.
Get a little
to catch our breath here, man. 45-43 is the score. We've had a lot of hoops scored in our first half.
Yeah, and Ed's a hoops guy, so I'm sure he can keep up with the pace with you at halftime. Do me a favor, though. Ask him about that Sunshine State Conference, and are they going to keep it in Kissimmee, or is Fort Myers?
I know where your vote would be, Jim.
Fort Myers, Florida Gulf Coast area?
I wouldn't mind it right here in Miami. A little more
for the Sunshine State Conference?
But that's just me being selfish, Jim.
No, I'd like to host the NCAA tournament here, but
that would be nice, too. But you got to take care of Tampa first if you're the Bucks, and the Spartans have given the Bucks all they can handle here in this first half as Reddick puts it back into play. Johnson now up on Williams. Bucks do not want to foul as Johnson drives right in off to Shelton. Ball was blocked, and it's going to go back to Barry. Nice job by Savad Garner. The Bucks will get it back with 15 seconds on the game clock as Middleton will check back into the game, and Reddick will come out. So the Bucks with an opportunity to tie with a 2, take the lead with a 3, and perhaps going to the half feeling pretty good. They should feel good either way as they erase an 11-point deficit.
One shot. Be smart with it.
Leonard, 7 seconds. Barletta, Junio, the pull-up for 2 is way off. Garner, the offensive rebound. Oh, man, I don't think Garner realized how much time he had left. Cut that ball about 2 and change and just kind of turned and chucked it. There's .6 on the clock. Remember the women's game, they got a 3 off at .8. I don't think from where they're inbounding this is going to be enough time for anything. Davis into Johnson, and they're going to let it go to half. Tampa has come in and has taken it to the Bucks in half number 1, but Barry battles back, and they trail by only 2. 45 to 43.
Fourth time this year the Buccaneers have trailed at the halftime break. So another exciting 20 minutes coming up here
Yeah,
from the Halpin Sports Center.
A great second half coming your way next. Once again, your halftime score, it's Tampa 45, Barry 43. All right, welcome back inside the Berry Health and Sports Center. Great first half so far as Tampa has come in and they have taken it to the Bucs 45-43. Score a little misleading as Tampa played, I thought, very well as Ed Pasquale, Commissioner of the Sunshine State Conference, joins us as a former player in this conference yourself. You've got to be impressed with the way Tampa came out and took it to the Bucs in the first half.
Yeah, especially early. They came out with a lot of energy, but the Bucs answered, and this game is basically an even game. Looks like we could be looking at a couple teams scoring 100 points maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you looked at it early, and they were shooting up in the 60s in the percentages, and they have some impressive players, and we talked about this with some of our assistant coaches, and we previewed it before the game, and they have some impressive guys. McCrory, I thought Shelton has played very well. Reddick as well played pretty solid first half. Took a bad fall off the dunk. We're glad to see him get back up, and he's good to go, and he came back and hit another one after that, but they've been impressive so far, I think.
Yeah, that play on the dunk, boy, for the folks that saw it on your live stream, I'll tell you what, no one likes to see that, but he popped right up, and Tampa's a good team. I mean, I think everybody knows that this conference is really good, top to bottom, no easy games, and although Barry's leading the way right now, they got to be ready to go every night, and I think that's what Tampa's showing them today.
Well, you've had a chance to see all the teams in this conference. I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask you which one's the best, but what are some of the teams that you've been impressed with? I'll ask you that. Obviously, Barry, Florida Southern are two of the teams that have received a lot of the national attention. Lynn as well is right up there, a team that gave Barry a pretty good game. Who's really impressed you so far that you've seen up close and personal?
Yeah, so the league top to bottom is really good. I think tonight will be the midpoint. Everyone will have played everybody, so the standings will have a little power. But, I was at the Florida Southern Barry game at Florida Southern.
Yeah.
Both teams.
What a ball game, huh?
It was unbelievable. I spent the last 6 years working at the Atlantic 10 Conference before I came here, and I was probably watching 25 basketball games a year, and I'll tell you, that game was one of the best college basketball games I've seen in my life. And I'm not trying to overstate it. It was phenomenal.
No, because it's Division II, sometimes people think that, but the talent that you're seeing, and there's a lot of transfers, a lot of guys who were Division I guys, but the talent level, and I think just the overall level of play because of the coaches that you have in this conference. We talked about this earlier. The coaches you have, I think the level of play is really high.
Yeah, no question. So those two teams are really. They're really there. Lynn is playing some really good basketball. I saw them play a national TV game. We had a game. It was Lynn at St. Leo on CBS Sports Network. It was a nationally televised game, available in 55 million homes, and I was there watching it. Lynn's really good. They're athletic, long. They pressure the ball. I think they played you the next night, and Barry beat them on that Wednesday. They had a little bit of a short turnaround. I'd like to see that game the second time around.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting, as well as when Florida Southern comes down here. And I'll tell you what, Danny, if Tampa pulls this game out tonight, you look at the standings, they bring Barry down a little bit, and they're right in it. I mean, this team, that's why you play the games. And if Tampa can pull this one off, they're going to start raising some eyes, looking in their direction a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, just through the first 7 games of the conference, Barry has been on the top of the conference. They haven't had one easy game. That's the scary thing when you think about it. We've only gone through it once now. We're going to do this again.
Yeah, good point. And on the flip side of it, you're also a bucket or two from being undefeated overall and probably the number one team in the nation. Your only loss, as you know, was against Indianapolis right here at home. But you had that game. You were winning, late.
They did.
And if a couple buckets here and there, and all of a sudden you're undefeated, 16-0 and the number one team in the country. So it can go both ways. It's no question. This is a great basketball game. I'm really happy to be sitting here courtside in Miami.
Well, there's a great opportunity to catch all these teams in one place, and that's the Sunshine State Conference Tournament. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're really excited. March 5th through 8th. It's Thursday through Sunday. We're going to have the top 8 teams from the men and the women's side competing in Kissimmee, Florida, Silver Spurs Arena. You can get tickets at Ticketmaster.com or at the Silver Spurs box office. We're really looking forward to it. Our championship games are going to be televised live on ESPN3, so we're excited for that. It's a first for the league, something that we've been working hard on. But yeah, there's some great basketball. The student athletes in this league are phenomenal. They really are. And if people come, sit nice and close and watch that tournament, they're going to walk away impressed.
Yeah, well, that's awesome to hear, by the way. And, you know, anytime you can showcase the league and the talent that's in this league, and I'll tell you, you've been around college basketball as much as anyone. I think the talent in this league and the parity from top to bottom, I think has made this, a pretty fun season so far.
Yeah, no question. There's no doubt about it. And I just think the student athletes in this conference are among the best in the country. We led Division II in graduation rates for 7 straight years. So there's 24 Division II conferences in the country, and this league's been number 1 7 years in a row. National champions, we won it in volleyball in the fall, men's soccer last year, baseball, tennis, golf, I mean, you name it, rowing, 11 championships as a league in the last 2.5 years, top academic league in the country. Great young people, great coaches and administrators. It's really a special place.
Well, Ed, I appreciate you stopping by yet again here with us, chatting it up, and hopefully we'll see you back here soon.
All right, appreciate
some more Barry basketball or baseball, softball, tennis, golf. It's all around the corner.
All right,
here at Barry. Thanks so much, Ed Pasquale, the commissioner of the Sunshine State Conference. Halftime score, it's Tampa 45, Barry 43. We're just a few minutes away from the start of the second half. That's coming your way next. ESPN going to send down that's going to be better than me, that's going to be already there? I don't know. Who would well, actually, a lot of times, yeah, they would send just a regional guy for something like that. Who at ESPN's going to care about that game? That's the other thing. Yeah. The guy cares. Who are you going to send down? Even if Barry wasn't in it, you care? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they probably won't let me do it. You think they're going to send Dick Vitale down? No, but they will. No, they have like, do you know who LaChina Robinson is? No. That's what I'm saying. That I've had ESPNU games. Bro, it's probably gonna be one of the clumpies that always does the USF games on TV that like makes no sense on anything. Or like that guy that did the Florida game, that disaster. Larry. No. Oh, the guy who was just completely in love with the SEC. Yeah. Everything Larry. The SEC did was the greatest thing in the world. I walked up to him and he's asking me, he's like, everything all right? Like, are you having a bad day? I'm like, no, I'm just not that impressed with you. But I didn't want to tell him that. Are you ready? Yeah. Hey, welcome back inside the Barry Health and Sports Center. Daniel Bennett, Jim McCurdy here with you as we get set for the start of our second half. Let's take a look at some of the numbers here. Barry, 18 of 36 from the field for 50%, 6 of 15 from beyond the arc, 15 rebounds and 10 assists. They do get out-rebounded by Tampa as we move over to them. 17 of 32 from the field, 6 of 14 from three-point land, 18 rebounds and 9 assists. So the Bucks out-rebounded in the first half. Also outscored, Jim, 45-43. Tampa led by as many as 11. And the Bucks were able to tie it up. We're not able to take the lead. The Bucks, their largest lead of the game, Jim, was 2 at the 19-20 mark. So they have not led since. Tampa's largest lead was 11 at the 9:25 mark. Turnovers, 9-7. Tampa with 9. The Bucks with 7. The Bucks just 6 points off those turnovers, though Tampa with 10 points off the turnovers. As the team's taking the floor once again. Let's take a look who it's going to be. Looks like starters for Tampa, and it is Johnson, Davis, Reddick, McCrory, and Shelton are out there, as you had Reddick leading the way with 15, McCrory with 11. For the Bucks, Barwetz had 15, and Juan Ferralis had 10, and Juan is right in front of us to inbound the basketball, and we are underway with the second half. Here's Derek Hill. Hill 3 points and 5 assists in the first half. Finds Barwetz, who misses that one. Junio usually good from there, trying to tie it up. Missed that one badly. So it stays 45-43. Johnson top of the key. Hill on him. Now Reddick. Over to Shelton. Davis from the left wing. 15 on the shot clock for Johnson, who comes around the McCrory screen. Johnson off to Davis. Davis through the lane. Reddick driving. Goes up over Garner. Right through him. That's a charge. So Savad Garner draws the foul.
Savad has been both productive on the offense and defensive end. This may be one of his better games this year.
Had a nice game too, Jim, I thought, against Eckert, but you do make a good point. 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists for Garner right now, certainly.
But a stop there defensively, absolutely. Those are things that don't show up in the box score. Drawing a charge.
Hill with a 3, and the Bucks have retaken the lead, 46-45, just a minute in to half number 2. The Bucks have been a second half team all season. We'll see if they can get it going here early on. Shelton ripped by Hill, but he got it back. And got it back out to Johnson. 14 on the shot clock. Comes around the screen. Johnson, nice move through the lane and scores. Wow.
Derek Hill did
46.
everything he could to try to get himself back in position to defend, but he went underneath the ball screen, and by that time, penetration had already gotten to deep into the paint area, and it was a tough guard for Derek Hill at that point. An easy finish for the Spartans.
Haas out to Ferralis. Juan with 14 on the shot clock, and his pass is kicked out of bounds. They're going to reset the shot clock to 15. And the Bucks will inbound from in front of their own bench. It'll be Ferralis to put it back into play as the Bucks bunch up and goes into Hill.
You talked about this close margin here throughout this game, and Bucks are going to have to be game here in the second half.
Hill in and out on the 3. Reddick down with the rebound. Tampa still in the lead by 1, 47-46 as Davis launches and hits. Davis was hot to start the game. He had 3 triples in a row for 9 points and then didn't score again.
Davis has been hot every time I've seen the guy.
Here's Ferralis. Nice backdoor pass to Barletta for the basket. It's back to a 2-point game, 50-48. Johnson over the timeline.
6 of the 7 Sunshine State Conference games have been decided by under 9 for Barry throughout this year, so we are headed for another close one, it looks like.
McCrory able to score there. And the Bucks back with it. Barletta down to Garner. Garner going to work. Garner turns and can't hit. Haas able to rip it back though. Anders gets free and scores. Nice play there from Anders Haas. Back quickly is Davis. Davis drives through. And he's going to bring it back out. Still thinking about that 3. And he kicks back out to Johnson. Still 23 on the shot clock. Davis from the corner. Quick trigger was blocked. Hill got the block. Here comes Derek Hill. Hill weaving through defenders. Into the corner now. Haas for a triple, and he got it. Anders Haas has given the Bucks the lead. 53-52, 16:35 left in the second half. Giovanni Robinson is getting set to check in at the next dead ball.
And Justin Furr is screaming, get Derek up here and let's start pressuring this guy.
Johnson goes down to McCrory. McCrory uses the big body, can't hit though. Barletta could not get the rebound free. It goes down to Shelton. He missed a layup. McCrory, follow and one. McCrory. Boy, just a grown man down there with that play.
And Savad Garner, I mean, give him an awful lot of credit. I mean, there's only so much that you can. There's only so much you can take when you're giving him 2 or 3 offensive opportunities there.
I mean, it's got to be what, 3-4 inches jamming. Wow, a good 60 pounds. As McCrory is just a big man.
But where's all the rest of the help?
Yeah,
he was the only one down there. Where are all the rest of the rebounders there?
Well, Giovanni Robinson, who leads the team in rebounding, has checked in for Garner as McCrory, and that's a big swing there. The lead is back to 2 for Tampa after that second chance put back in the three-point play. 16 minutes to go here in the second half. Haas. Now Robinson. Over to Barletta. Morales from the corner now. Juan drives baseline. Over to Robinson. Giovanni able to hit from mid-range. Nice to see Giovanni Robinson get the offense going.
First he had to collect himself after handling the pass, and he stepped into that one when he teed it up.
Davis top of the key. Comes around a screen. Davis pulls up right in front of Haas, and he's done that a couple of times now. Right in front of Anders Haas. A cold-blooded triple.
He's just unconscious. He has no conscience out there.
Morales will try to answer. That's no good. Robinson flies in for the rebound. Now Hill from the left wing. Hill has McCrory on him. Over to Morales, who dropped it. Went right through the hands of Juan Morales. Tampa continues to lead 58-55, 15-10 left in the second half. You're watching Barry Buccaneers basketball. Welcome back inside the Barry Health and Sports Center. 58-55 is the lead for Tampa, as this one has gone back and forth. Tampa's led almost all the way. Bucks are able to take the lead briefly here in the second half.
Pressure defense being applied.
And here comes the steal. Hill able to come up with it. Derek Hill with numbers. Over to Haas. Haas down to Barletta. Unio goes up. Basket's good, and a foul. They'll say Davis undercut him as he went up. And now Unio Barletta will have a chance to tie the game from the free throw line. And Barletta, if he can hit this free throw, is going to be up to 20 points, and that will lead all scorers.
Unio's just been having a fantastic month of January. 20 points time and again. The hoop and the harm there, and it's all started with that pressure defense coming out of the timeout.
Well, Barlett's up to 20 points, completes a three-point play, and we're tied at 58. Here's Davis. who has been red hot, up to Johnson. Now McCrory has position down low. Bucks do a nice job to converge, and they stole it. Nice job by Anders Haas to come down and trap with Robinson. And here's Ferralis. Haas driving the lane. Anders Haas gets free. The scoop from Anders Haas, and the Bucks are back in front, 60-58. Nice move there, able to keep the pivot foot and scoop it up and in. Johnson quickly up the floor. Johnson gets free. Over to Redding, who nearly had it poked away from behind. Now Redding back top of the key. Haas guarding him. That's a tough assignment. Johnson now waiting for the McCrory screen. McCrory is waiting. He does screen Hill. Giovanni has to get back as Johnson drives. Goes up, no good. Rebound by Sheldon. Hill ripped it away. Here comes Hill with numbers. Hill through the lane, off to Haas. He's open for three. Anders Haas from downtown. He scored 5 straight now, 63-58. The Bucks took their biggest lead of the game with 13:40 to go. Davis crosses midcourt. Off to Redding. He's open for a triple. Got it. Boy, Redding able to answer in a pressure situation. 63-61. Bucks still out in front.
I don't know if you saw that, but that hit the bottom of the net, nothing else. That thing just rained through. The net didn't even move.
Ball at the top of the key. Off to Haas. Now Unio gets it back. Unio drives the lane, goes up, no good this time. Ooh, Robinson's got to be careful. He nearly fouled McCrory on the rebound. And here comes Davis again, met by Hill. Comes around the screen. Davis, oh, nice pass over to Shelton for McCrory, but he traveled. Substitutions in here. Ari Williams and Adrian Gonzalez are going to come in for the Bucks. Derek Hill and Juan Ferralis will come out. Middleton has also checked in, and Johnson checks out for Tampa. If Ari Williams can get his game going here, as he did not score in the first half. Ari's been playing extremely well of late. Barletta, Unio leading the way with 20 points. Now Robinson, Giovanni dealing with McCrory down low as Haas pulls it from deep. Anders Haas has caught fire now, 66-61. That was from way downtown. Davis, who had the hot hand to start the half, has now traded spots with Haas. Davis hit a few in Haas's face too, and Anders was game for this, and McCrory able to follow that one back up. Tampa answering all the Bucks punches now. What a great Sunshine State Conference battle we have here at the Barry Health and Sports Center in Miami. See if they try to find Haas again, and they do. Curling through, Anders Haas again for three.
Somebody tell the trainers to get another ice bucket because it's getting hot in here with Anders.
69-63, under 12 to go. That ball poked away from Middleton. They're going to get Anders for a foul. That's going to bring us to a timeout on the floor. It's raining triples inside the Barry Health and Sports Center. The Bucks lead at 69-63. 11:47 left in this ball game. You're watching Barry Buccaneers basketball.
Here's the Anders shot chart. Clay Thompson.
Welcome back inside the Barry Health and Sports Center. Danny Bennett, Jim McCurdy here with you. 69-63 is the lead for the Bucks. They trailed by as many as 11 in the first half. The Anders Haas show is officially underway as Anders has now hit 5 triples. And he is officially on fire.
Had 8 earlier this year.
McCrory, cross court to Middleton, 3 on the way.
Another one raised.
Wow, 69-66. Tampa has an answer now for everything the Bucks are throwing at them. This is really impressive. Watch number 14, guarded by Middleton now. He's underneath the basket. Let's see if Haas tries to get loose again. Williams from the left wing. Down to Leonard, big Trey Leonard. And he was held by McCrory. That's going to be the 4th team foul.
Bucks
on
put
Tampa.
Both of their 6'8"
first on McCrory.
Bodies down there with both Trey and Giovanni on the floor right now.
And correction, that was the 3rd team foul on Tampa. Here's Williams. Haas is cutting. Haas has daylight. That is a tough triple. In and out. Oh, man, Anders Haas. That one would have brought the house down as Davis brings it back up over to Shelton. Shelton draws. Robinson the block. Oh, Giovanni with another big swat. And here comes Ari Williams. Leaves it for Anders Haas. Anders through the lane. Nice dish to Gonzalez. Adrian Gonzalez able to hit. That was beautiful. 71-66. Barry out in front with 10:35 left here in the second half. Davis again. Reddick drives. It opens up for him. He missed the dunk. Oh, Reddick got all the way. Couldn't finish. Haas now from the left wing. Rifles it down to Leonard. Leonard goes up. It's good, but an offensive foul. So Trey Leonard is going to get whistled for the charge. Crowd doesn't agree with it, Jim. I was screened off. I had a little bit of a tough time seeing that one.
We both had a tough angle on that one, and it's not going to be, the basket's going to be no good.
Coach Estes isn't fighting it. It doesn't seem to be disagreeing, so. As Junio Barletta is going to check back into the game. Giovanni Robinson will check out. Barletta is going to be dealing with Shelton. And Big Trey will be on McCrory. More pressure from the Bucks. Davis, oh, it's poked away. Barletta got a hand on it. Here comes Ari Williams. Off to Gonzalez. The reverse, no good. Leonard's follow is no good. Shelton out and running now. 3-on-2 the other way. Shelton goes himself and missed. Haas comes down with it. Numbers for the Bucks now. Off to Gonzalez. Nearly taken away. Nice pass off to Leonard, who's fouled.
Two big bodies finally getting tangled up as the intensity picks up here in the Health and Sports Center, and Trey looked like he wanted to just manhandle the rim on that one, and McCrory reached in and grabbed his arm, prevented an easy stuff.
So Trey Leonard will shoot 2 as he sets for the first and hits. Bucks have been very good from the free throw line this season. Garner's going to come back in, and Adrian Gonzalez will check out. Adrian had a monster game, Jim, against Eckert. I know you have the numbers right in front of you over there. Adrian played, I thought, extremely well. He was incredibly efficient, 9 of 10 in that game, 21 points for Adrian Gonzalez.
And he did it all in 22 minutes. 21 points in 22 minutes.
That reminds me of Hassan Whiteside. Jim, very efficient in limited minutes. 73-66. McCrory got it to go. I think Trey Leonard's lucky he didn't get called for a foul there as he swiped in. And we're going to get a whistle. And it's going to go back to Tampa. Jim, I'm not going to lie to you. I was looking the other way. I thought the Bucks were out and running. And
Bucks couldn't inbound the ball.
Yeah.
They had a big-time mistake just trying to inbounds the ball.
Wow.
Too casual. Sometimes when they get in front, they play too relaxed.
McCrory to inbound into Davis. Quick trigger, the triple off the front of the rim. And Garner pulls down the rebound. Boy, that would have been huge for Davis. Here's Williams off to Haas. Haas drives. His dish off. Is stolen. Davis. Oh, Davis tried to throw it off one of the Bucks. That hit Davis on the way out. Yeah, that did hit Davis. Davis is going to complain. That certainly hit him, and we saw that from our angle at least. As Johnson will check back in, and Zakor, who came in just for a moment, is going to check back out. So Williams will inbound. Williams into Garner. Savad, the fadeaway, no good. Barletta, the rebound, the putback is no good. Numbers for Tampa. Johnson goes right at Williams, no good. And then Unio's going to get called for a foul on the... They may call this on the tip and give free throws to Tampa. I don't know what they're going to do here. No, they're going to say underneath. That could have been a shooting foul. Barletta picks up his first, team's fourth. Hill will come in, along with Giovanni Robinson. Ari Williams and Trey Leonard will check out. Also, Ferralis checking back in. And Anders Haas will check out. Haas leading all scorers in this game with 21 points after he exploded for 5 triples. And Zakor check back into the game. And it's Shelton check out along with Johnson. Here's Middleton. Davis thought about the 3. 20 on the shot clock. Davis into the corner. Middleton the dish off. And that's going to be goaltending on Giovanni. Yep. That seemed like it was coming off the rim though even. And he's going to get the benefit of the call there. It's a 3-point game, 73-70. This one I think is going close to 100, Jim.
Well, Giovanni is a exciting rim protector, but because of those long arms, sometimes he can take away baskets that you'd like to just see, are they going to go in or not on their own.
Here's Derek Hill driving through off to Garner, and Garner able to go up and finish. Nice pass from Derek Hill, who gets another assist. That's assist number 7 for number 10. Johnson comes around the screen. Now off to Davis. Davis guarded by Ferralis. Davis driving in, working on Ferralis. Goes up. Nice D by Juan. Oh boy, Davis. Very tough shot. Able to hit, and he's up to 17 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. A full stat line for Davis tonight. 75-72. Robinson had it blocked. They saved it in, Tampa did. It's on the floor. I think they might get a timeout. They do. They didn't even have to save that. That was going to be off of Giovanni. But the timeout is gotten in time before the Bucks were able to tie it up. So Tampa's going to get a possession out of this.
Good hustle there by the Spartans, tipping that ball away. And Bucks a little careless on the offensive end, and then they're scrambled for the loose ball. Just a little bit lackadaisical.
So with 7:55 to go, it's a 75-72 lead for Barry. What a back and forth dogfight this one has been. It's been wildly entertaining, I mean, to say the least. When you look at the numbers from this one, Anders Haas with 21, Barletta with 20 points, Garner in double figures with 10, Ferralis with 10. And then you go over to Tampa, and they've got a lot of guys who've done damage. McCrory with 22. He's seemingly done that quietly in this one, Jim. So McCrory with 22. I guess Haas, who has 21, that was a little louder as those threes, that run of threes that he had. But McCrory now leads all scorers with 22. Reddick with 18. And Jordan Davis with 17. So they've had pretty big performances from their big three.
That they have. This Spartans team, an experienced group. Veterans, athletes, players, unintimidated, being on the big stage against the Sunshine State Conference's best.
And one thing I'll say about this conference, Johnny, no one's backed down from the Bucks. Let that little number in front of their team name worry them. No one is back down as Johnson brings it up on Derek Hill. Davis driving, dishes off to McCrory. Reddick tries a triple. That's good. Reddick from downtown. He's up to 21 points. We're tied at 75 with 7.5 to go.
Good ball movement as they continued to swing it, and the Bucks just ran out of time before they could recover.
Robinson off to Hill. Now Ferralis. Juan trying to answer. No good. Rebound is loose. Robinson got it in the stick back for Giovanni Robinson, who races back up the floor to get back on McCrory. 77-75. Nice job by Giovanni Robinson. Davis now. Comes around a screen. Robinson there to meet him. They double. Oh, nice play by Johnson to save it. Reddick, no good. McCrory, the follow, no good. Garner the rebound. Ferralis now driving baseline. Juan goes up and finishes. That's a big swing there. That's a 4-point swing as McCrory had that one down. Reddick got a good look off to Johnson's save, which was an impressive play. As Johnson brings it back up. Now Davis. Bucks running all over the place on defense in a man-to-man now. Johnson working on Hill and an offensive foul on Johnson, who can't believe the call. Trey Leonard is going to check back in, but first we have timeout on the floor. 79-75 is the lead for the Bucks. 6:18 left in our ball game. You're watching Barry Buccaneers basketball.
USF's losing again. Hey, what else is new? How can that team be so bad, Jim?
They got 2 players on that team for Tom. Got guard play and nothing else. And a coach that
Coach is shady, but I like that coach.
Duke's beating Notre Dame 63-53 in the second half.
Yeah.
South Florida,
Notre Dame basketball.
South Florida is not. Yeah, but you want to know.
How about
South
LaMarcus
Florida.
Aldridge? Puts off surgery. He's got 31 and 10. 8 minutes to play in the ball game. How about that, bro?
How about
That's what I'm talking about.
How about South Florida only losing by 7 times?
Whatever, bro. You ready?
Welcome back inside the Barry Health and Sports Center. 79-75 is the lead for the Bucks as we near 6 minutes to play. Here's Derek Hill with the basketball. Hill trying to get off the Leonard. It's stolen. McCrory comes up with the steal. We're going down to the wire in this one. Davis through the lane. Off to McCrory, who got fouled. So McCrory will go back to the line. Try to increase his point total. He already leads everyone with 22.
Maybe take this time to continue to remind all the fans out there that Giovanni Robinson will be entered in a Dark Horse Dunker contest. Keep your eyes peeled on Facebook in February and vote for Giovanni for the Dark Horse Dunker. You'll see more about that.
And he goes to the Final Four, right, Jim, to compete in the dunk contest?
If he wins the popularity contest,
Cool.
he would head to the Final Four to compete with the big boys.
Speaking of the big boys, McCrory knocks down a pair from the line. It's a 2-point game as Anders Haas checks back in. We'll see if Anders is still hot as he's hit 5 triples. And he leads the Bucks with 21 points. Barlett has 20. And here's Derek Hill. Hill on the right wing. Off to Haas. 17 on the shot clock. Hill thought about putting it on the floor. Now gets it back over to Anders Haas. Haas off to Ferralis. Juan comes around a screen. 7 on the shot clock. Out to Hill. 5-4. Bucks need to go. Hill drives in off to Barlett and he turned it over. So the Bucks turn it over right at the end of the possession as Shelton is going to come back in. Middleton will come out for Tampa.
Boy,
Turnover number 12 for the Bucks. 15, by the way, for Tampa.
5 fouls apiece. 5 minutes to play.
Davis comes around a screen. Davis down to Shelton. Shelton goes up strong, and we are tied at 79. Tampa just will not go away. We got a battle.
Did you expect him to?
Hill comes around a screen. Hill over to Barletta. Unio takes a 2, and that rattles home. So Barletta able to hit. Unio is now up to 22 points. Has some gaudy stat lines in this one, Jim, as this one is going to be at least in the 90s, you would think, when this one's all said and done. Davis now driving. Davis into the corner. Shelton tries the mid-range jumper. That's no good. McCrory the rebound. Blocked by Barletta. Barletta came up with a big block on McCrory. Now Trent Leonard is stuck and gets it up to Haas. Over to Unio. He's going to try a 3. Barletta with a huge 3 for the Bucks. It's 84-79. That was big time. He's up to 25 points now.
Well, that's a big stick, whether it was him or Juan Ferralis from behind in that last block, leading to the run-out 3 by Unio Barletta.
Johnson drives, ripped away by Derek Hill. Hill up the floor quickly. He's getting grabbed by Johnson. He dishes off to Ferralis, who hits the 3. Juan Ferralis from downtown, and just like that, 87-79, the Bucks are out in front, and Tampa takes a timeout.
Well, Derek Hill doing what he does best, ripping away steals, and maybe we take this time now. I teased it earlier. Derek Hill with 4 steals in each of the last 3 games leading into this one. He is climbing up the charts here at Barry University, and I'll have you know, he needed 7 more steals, moving into 6th place all time. Well, Danny, the rest of the 9 guys in the top 10, they're all 4-year players. Derek Hill has played a year and a half, and he's already weaseled his way in to the top 10 and close to the top 6 in a year and a half. Pretty impressive.
I don't know if Coach Ryan Saunders is on that list somewhere.
Ryan's up there.
One of the all-time greats.
But I don't think Ryan has as quick a hands as Derek Hill. Derek Hill's got some of the quickest hands that I've ever seen.
Hopefully we'll find out. I think we're playing some pickup ball later
You getting in on
this
that?
weekend. I think so, Jim. I want to see what these guys got, man. 87-79 is the lead now for Barry with 3:43 left in this ball game. Tampa has shot so well in this game. You know they're not going anywhere. We're going to have a good conclusion to this one. Davis has it. He's been spectacular from three-point range. He's hit 5 triples of his own. Ferralis is all over him. Gets a screen from McCrory. Davis, tough 3. Oh, he's fouled. So Ferralis will get whistled for the foul. Davis is going to go to the line to shoot 3 free throws. Coach Estee saying, hey, he kicked his foot out.
Official's not going to budge. Juan trying to state his case there.
The call's certainly already been made. Everyone can state their cases. It's going to be to no avail. So Davis will shoot 3 free throws to try to answer the bar. That's a 3 on the other end. His first is no good.
Sometimes they say that if it wasn't truly a foul, they missed the first free throw.
Well, now they're going to go to the immediate timeout, Jim. Let's just keep it right here as we got 3:29 left in this ball game. 87-79 is the score. And you just take a look at these numbers once again. Barletta with 25. You got Anders Haas with 21. Savad Garner with 10. Ron Ferralis with 15. Derek Hill with 6 points and 7 assists. Those are the Bucks numbers. For Tampa, you got McCrory with 24. You have Reddick with 21. You have Davis with 17. And Shelton with 10. And I'm out of breath, Jim. I just read everyone who's in double figures. I'm out of breath here, man.
Well, It has been an exciting one here in the Health and Sports Center. And you look at it, and now Barry's seemingly, gotten command of this game, or at least more command of this game, with an 8-point lead. But this lead does not seem safe at all.
Well, Tampa has taken the floor. The Bucks to follow here.
Talked about Derek Hill's numbers. He's been credited with 3 steals so far in this one. So certainly right what he's been doing these last 2 weeks in pickpocketing just about every opponent that he's been matched up against.
So Davis will shoot 2 more. Bucks have led by as many as 8. Tampa's led by as many as 11 in this ball game. He hits the second. He missed the first before the media timeout.
Yeah, that was a strange media timeout. You let him take a free
I
throw.
think the officials missed it, Jim, and then they kind of came back and took it anyway. And he misses the third, so Davis hits just 1 out of 3. It stays a 7-point lead for the Bucks, 87-80.
A little shocking because, as we said in the pregame, Davis is a 90% free throw shooter, just under 91%. So 2 big misses there from the line.
Derek Hill with it now, 17 on the shot clock. Off to Feralis. Juan into the corner to Garner, now down to Leonard. Leonard versus McCrory, goes up over him, no good. And Davis takes the rebound, outlet pass, Reddick, and he's able to track it down before it goes out of bounds. Tampa does not need to be in any hurry. There's a lot of time left, 2:49. As Johnson drives, Leonard poked it away, he got it back. Now down to McCrory, nice pass and an easy finish. McCrory is up to 26 points now.
Trey too concerned with the dribble on the wing to get back and play defense against McCrory. Left him wide open for the easy lay-in.
Hill from the left wing. The Bucks lead at just 87-82. 2:20 to go. Feralis. Leonard, little mid-range jumper is good.
Trey steps away from the big body and knocks it down. And Trey's a good shooter. I'll give him that. He is a good shooter from 12 feet anywhere around the rim. He's got a nice touch for a big guy.
Davis. Oh, stolen by Barletta. Junio got the steal and he says, hold on, we're going to hold this thing up as we have 1:50 to go now.
Good decision.
See if the Bucks take all the time off the clock they can here. 25 on the shot clock. And Hill will wait. Over to Junio, left wing. Now Hill gets it back. 13 on the shot clock.
Good patience.
Hill drives. Derek Hill all the way. Layup is no good. Garner the rebound and the putback. 91-82 with 1:20 left to go. Davis up the floor with it now.
Savad cleaning up and Barry cleaning up as we dwindle down here.
And a timeout call. Davis
Wow.
hit that shot. That's not going to count, though, as the timeout was already taken.
Boy, this would be impressive and certainly feel good if the Bucks are able to hold on here in the last 117 to have run through the Sunshine State Conference with a perfect record, to know that you've beaten each of these teams at least once this year. That would be awfully good feeling to head into second half of conference play beginning Saturday at St. Leo. Certainly would make you feel good and give them an awful lot of confidence moving forward.
Absolutely.
Four of these wins, too, have been away from the Health and Sports Center, so pretty impressive to go on the road, really in any league and at any level. And this D2 Sunshine State Conference League is a competitive one at that, so an impressive resume in the first half of the season for the Buccaneers, and justified by their number 3, number 4 national rankings in the country. Big time basketball still left ahead with another month of regular season play before we head into Sunshine State Conference play, but every game's a grind And as you said earlier, I don't know if I can take another month of heartbeaters like we had on Saturday, and even at Lynn last week. It was an emotionally tugging week if you're a Buccaneers fan and you're holding on to one of the top rankings in the country.
Well, that's a really bad foul by Juan Ferralis, and he was going for the steal. That's going to put Davis on the line for 1 and 1. That is like I said, that's just not a good foul, as you didn't want to make it difficult for Tampa, and you wanted the clock to run. And now Davis, who, like you mentioned, is a 90% free throw shooter. He did just miss 2 out of 3.
Yeah, but he's not going to keep missing.
And he goes to the line for 1 and 1. And, yep, he does not miss there. So these are freebies here, Jim, with the clock stopped.
Now, somebody that's a 90% free throw shooter, there's a reason for that. They're not gonna get in too bad of a funk. He is one of the most electric players in this league.
And Davis hits the second, so he hits the pair this time. 91-84 is the Bucks lead, as Haas is going to check back into the game. Who's going to come out? It's going to be Garner, and then Gonzalez will check back in for Giovanni Robinson. So you get some shooters in there. Everyone on the floor capable of stepping in line and hitting, as Hill quickly up the floor. Hill over to Ferralis, who goes up. He missed the layup. Boy, why are the Bucks in a hurry?
Thought
So
they got
Bucks
ahead
give
of
up
the break.
points, and now Tampa's the ball back all within 10 seconds. Davis from near half court is no good. Rebound is loose. Reddick comes back up with it out to Davis. Davis launched that thing from way downtown. Now he drives, gets all the way in, and hits the layup. It's 91-86 with 51 seconds. Begs the question again, Jim, why are you in a hurry going right to the basket when all you got to do is kill the clock if they're not willing to foul?
I think it was because he broke down the defense and he had Juan on his side, but Juan took a tough shot there as he got into the paint area and found a big body altering his shot. Maybe instinctively should have pulled it back out and tried to work some more clock, but that's over
now
and done
what do you
with.
think Tampa does? I assume Tampa's going to have to start fouling here, as they need one more foul just to get the Bucks in the bonus, so they're going to have to foul twice to put them on the line.
My guess is they try to play defense. If they come up with a steal right away,
Yeah, not enough time really, Jim, to let this thing run down, because the Bucks can kill it down. There's 51 seconds on the game clock, 35 on the shot clock, so they can kill this thing down in about 16 seconds. That's not something that Tampa's going to be willing to do.
if you're a Buccaneers fan, you're hoping that they just play straight up defense and let them work clock and make the shot.
Anders is the guy you want to get it to. He's got the ball. Anders up the far sideline, and he's fouled. They're going to take one more foul, though, to get the Bucks on the free throw line. 48 seconds to go. It took about 4 seconds or so.
And a fresh shot clock to work with again.
Now Tampa, I think, is pretty much pot committed here, Jim. They're going to have to foul as it goes into Hill. And Hill nearly had it stripped, but he is fouled. Well, Jim, I couldn't tell if they were going to go right away for the foul, if they go for the steal. And now Derek Hill's going to have to knock down free throws. He's done it so well this season. Zakura is going to check into the game, and Middleton will check out. Also Robinson and Garner back in for Gonzalez and Haas.
Offense, defense subs, and Coach Estes putting in 2 of his better rebounders here.
So Hill sets for the front end of the 1-and-1, and it's good.
Derek Hill has become a better free throw shooter as his career has progressed. As he finishes up in Buccaneers red and white.
Hill knocks home the free throws. The Bucks are still going to pressure. Oh, Derek Hill fouls Davis. Another bad foul by the Bucks.
Well, that's a situation
This is the
where
second time, Jim, they fouled Davis without taking any time off the clock.
Well, that's
they didn't get the ball in.
Yeah, that is a situation where you don't want pressure defense. I mean, you just come up there and casually knock down 2 big free throws to extend it to a 3-possession game at 7 points. You send them to the line with no time off, and we're back to where we were right before this if he knocks both these down.
1-1 for Davis off the front of the rim, off the back of the rim, and in. Davis with a chance to basically erase what Hill just did.
I mean,
basically,
really,
he will erase what Hill just did.
Really, they needed to just back off and let him work at least 5 to 10 seconds off the clock.
Second free throw is good. Haas and Gonzalez are back for Robinson and Garner. Also going to get another substitution here as Moore Njai is going to check into the game for the first time today.
So here we go, back to a 5-point game. Same predicament we were in last time.
And we have a whistle away from the ball.
Trying to stop the clock without, or force a foul without any time running off the clock.
They fouled Gonzalez.
Send Adrian to the line? Yeah.
And Gonzalez was fouled away from the ball. Now Zakor is going to check back into the game. Njai will go out. So Adrian Gonzalez will shoot 1-1. And Adrian rattles it home. Adrian's so steady for the Bucks. One of those guys you can count on every night, Jim. He give you a steady performance and sometimes has those monsters like we saw against Eckerd on Saturday. As Gonzalez sets again and hits. Robinson back in. Garner also came back in for Haas.
Okay, so now we'll see how they play it. You extend it to a 7-point lead. Okay, we got a timeout here to discuss things. But this is what I'm talking about. Now you've basically lost, 3 seconds in all that? And basically traded places.
We were at 50 seconds or so, and it felt like a long time ago.
So 43.5 seconds to go. A 7-point lead. Bucks gather as a group.
And you figured, Jim, the play will be for Davis.
How do you want to defend it, though? That's what I'm getting at.
I think you have to let Davis shoot, and he chucked one from long range last time down and came up empty, but I think you have to let him shoot. You cannot foul. They've already fouled Davis.
But more importantly right now, as the Bucks set up their defense, this is what I'm getting at. Are you putting Derek Hill ball hawking like he was the last time? Because sometimes, his cat quick skills
they're going to come up and pressure, Jim. So the Bucks will pressure on this and try to avoid fouling and putting Tampa back on the line and stopping the clock.
Backing it off a little bit.
Johnson up the floor.
Letting him work time.
Hands off to Davis. Davis weaving through the lane. Oh, he tried to go behind the back, and he nearly turned it over. Oh, they're going to say Tampa basketball.
Went off Giovanni, they're going to say.
Why on earth would Davis attempt a behind-the-back pass at this juncture of the game? That one, to be honest, that looked like it was off of McCrory. The officials had no clue. They were both looking at each other with their hands up like who hit it. Unfortunately, no video replay on that. Shot clocks are off with 32.7 to go. Redding off to Davis. Davis drives. The floater is short. Rebound to Johnson. Kicks out. Redding a 3. That's good. 21.4 to go, and another timeout taken by Tampa. It's a 4-point game, 95-91.
Richard Schmidt calling the quick timeout after the 3.
Savant Garner took a shot in that scrum. That loose ball, he's a little shaken up.
So now you're down to 21.4 seconds. So now we've got this thing cut in half from where we were the last time we had a break. And Tampa.
Jim, I don't know what's going on over at the scores table. My guess is that Tampa called a timeout without having one. That is my guess at this juncture, as they are all a little bit fired up over there in front of the scores table. They may be out of timeouts. We, unfortunately, don't have the luxury of that on our scoreboards here.
I think it possibly could
now
be.
Now the refs are discussing. I don't know. We'll try to sort this out for you when we can. What we do know is it's 95-91 with 21 seconds left in this ball game. Tampa's going to have to foul quickly.
So they look like they are going to send
Yeah, they're
somebody
going to
to the
send.
line.
Yeah, Anders Haas is going to go to the free throw line. Jim, they call a timeout without having one. That's exactly what happened. Tampa was out of timeouts, and they get an administrative technical foul, is what we're hearing announced. That was because they were out of timeouts and still took one. So Haas is going to take a couple of free throws. These are going to be crushing to Tampa here, Jim, because now, as Haas is going to hit the first, and he misses the second. That was in and out. It's a 5-point game. 2 free throws here, Jim, could make this a 3-possession game and essentially end it. So that one free throw really hurts. Ball's going back to Tampa, though. Why is Tampa getting the ball?
Wait, Tampa just scored. Tampa had scored before the timeout.
Boy, there is a lot of confusion on the floor. This should be Bucks ball, I would think. What's going on over here? Tampa scored, called the timeout they didn't have.
This will be the strength. Okay, now they've got it sorted out.
All right, so there you go. Yeah, so the Bucks are going to get the ball. Man, oh man, the refs are going to come over to the scores table. Jim, this is very clear cut. Tampa scored. They called the timeout. They didn't have a timeout. They got teed up for doing that. This should be Bucks basketball. And now it's all sorted out. So the Bucks are going to get the ball. Corrales to inbound. It goes into Hill. Now Haas has it. Haas. And Anders Haas is fouled with 14.1 to go. Boy, this has been a mess to finish this game. Oh my goodness, man. So Tampa calls a timeout without having one. And they try to give the ball back to Tampa. They were about ready to inbound that thing too. Felt like I was the only one waving my arm in the other direction there, Jim.
Yeah.
And the coaches caught on to what was going on.
Well, I think Justin knew, and Butch had to get reminded. Sometimes Butch gets really wrapped up
is
in
another
the game.
free throw.
And that is an oddity, too, because you're talking about Anders Haas, who's a 92% free throw shooter. So you've had Davis, who's a 90% free throw shooter, and Anders 92, and both of them missing a couple of them tonight.
Robinson just came back into the game as the free throw is good. Now Garner will come back. 13.8 on the clock. It's a 6-point game, 97-91. It's still a 2-possession game. But the shooters Tampa has, who knows? Johnson over the timeline. Johnson off to Reddick. A triple on the way is an air ball. And I think the Bucks are going to get out of here with a W, and the crowd finally can breathe a sigh of relief. You tip your cap to Tampa. Man, were they impressive, and what an effort. They're going to come up a little short, though. They are impressive, Jim, and I'm looking forward to going to Tampa and checking out their campus because you tell me good things about it. I'm not looking forward to seeing this team again, though, I can tell you that much.
No one is. No one would be. Butch, as I said earlier today, he mentioned how he's just as concerned with the last place team in the league as he is with the first place team in the league. And now you're seeing why, because 7 of the 8 Sunshine State Conference games have been decided by 9 points or less. And as I said earlier, that's exactly where we're at here with 3.7 seconds left. It's a 6-point game.
And Derek Hill ices it there with the free throw. So the Bucks, they have run through the first leg, the first half of conference play as Hill hits another. Davis with the basketball, 2 seconds, and the horn will sound. Basket's going to count for Davis at the end. Bucks come up one shy of 100, but they get the win to improve to 16-1 on the season, 99-93. Hey, our post-game coverage is coming up next. Assistant coach Justin Furr will have our MVPs from tonight's game, and head coach Butch Estes will stop by with us. The Bucks are winners, 99-93 over Tampa. That's your final score.